What up? It's a good look with poetry, bars, and hooks, and that's exactly what we're going to have in this segment. Bars, hooks, poetry. We have the round table right now with a few good men.
Yes.
And your woman. But I'm going to start from my left. We have Maurice Williams, a.k.a. Mo Slinga.
Yes, ma'am.
We have D-Hop. That's a.k.a. D-Hop. David Hopper, a.k.a. D-Hop. And Tom Ray, that's Tom Ray, a.k.a. the governor.
Infinite love. What up?
What up, y'all? How's the energy? Come on, let me hear how y'all feeling.
Well, all is well.
It's a
Okay.
beautiful day.
I swear it's a
every day
little-
above ground is an awesome day.
That's
Yes,
my thing. That's my
yes.
thing. Every day above ground is a great day. It's a little, I don't know, nostalgia. I don't know if that's the right word. It's just weird. Like, you like, it's here. We here.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
So what he's trying to say is, there's a reason why I did this the way that I had to do. So Mo was already booked before coming here this day. They were booked before, but they couldn't make it. Was a long thing. But anyway, I knew I just had to bring them on when the energy was right and bring them back. We're talking about Dave and Tom. And the way me, Dave, and Tom met was by being on Dave's radio show back in the day.
Right.
Like, they made me sound so old.
And I mean, it was before the pandemic was back in the day.
That's a fact, though.
Because now we in a whole new era. I don't even know.
2016 too, I think, or something like that.
That was a while ago.
Probably like 16, 17.
Sometimes
Probably
you
17.
You gotta do things to let people know that you was here. You gotta let the new people know that you not new.
Right, basically. So back in the day. But so that's what he's saying, like that feeling is like, wow, but you know, now they're the guests here today, but this is how it always goes. It's always full circle. I'm still be a guest on their events and their things, and we just always
We need a shoe cam.
Right.
Miss Seabrook
Oh, you
got
like
them
my
things on. So
my little pink green thing is so I met Mo at the Black Authors Festival. Shout out to Eric of We Are the Brand, where I am wearing his jacket from like 2017-18 when I did my so this is an oldie but goodie. And
dope too.
And I had to bring them all, and you used to see the stuff that they got now. This is nothing. Like, this is beautiful, but the stuff that they work on now is dope. And they are also our sponsor, so shout out to We Are the Brand.
That's what's up.
So I had to bring all of you guys because they are poets, authors, mentors. You both do film. You do 1,000,001 things. And
yeah. Host, curate, all of the above.
Exactly. So it's all about production. And you two guys were also at one point dealing with the system and incarcerated. Now look at you. You guys are out and doing amazing things and helping other people be amazing as well. So this had to happen the way that it had to happen today. So I envision big things once y'all leave the studio and we make connections and y'all stay connected and build.
Salute, right.
Salute to you.
Definitely what it's about.
Yes.
Only right.
So let's start with my left. So from writing rhymes in a cell to becoming a celebrated community leader, your journey has been pretty dope. So, and I'm going to actually say this question for all of y'all. If Hollywood made a movie about your life, what would it look like?
If Hollywood made a movie about my life, I would say I got to do a shameless plug for my book, Bastard from Prison to the Professor. It would be almost like so Donald Goins is my favorite writer of all time.
Mine too.
Right? So
yes.
So my book Bastard is it's a spin-off, if you will, of Horse Son. And so my story would be like that. Like if you ever read Horse Son, it'd be something like that, but just with upgraded, in our era. So yeah, it would be like a reenactment of Horse Son, if you will.
Got you.
That's dope.
D Hop, David Hop. What do you want me to call you here while we're here? So I am David Unstoppable.
Sugar Hill Sky, man.
Sugar Hill. That's how we remember him.
Hill
Do you know
Sky,
that
man.
I just changed his name in his
Right,
phone because it was
right.
Sky for like ever.
Listen, professionally, my name is David Hopper. Right?
Yeah.
When I perform, it's D Hop. So
Right.
I'm here in between the mediums.
Got
so
you.
either
So
one of
whatever,
us,
and,
yes. You know, we all
got you.
family.
I
Family
got
call
you.
me Sky, so it's all right. For me, Hollywood made a movie about my life. Shameless plug. I'm
Right.
working on it already. It's called Forget Me Not.
Wow.
And that basically what it would be. It would just be the story. It would be the story told from a 10-year-old kid through the eyes of his mother. So that's what my Hollywood story would look like. And actually, that's what it will look like, because I ain't wait for Hollywood.
That
Right.
part, right?
Right.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
Take
And I should have
initiative.
taken that out if you guys made a movie, because that's what it's about. What
Now,
about
for
you?
me, it'd definitely be another shameless plug as well. It'll look like Progress after its nemesis. You know what I
Okay.
mean? A heartfelt story, vibrant story, full of good times, ups and downs, and a young man living his life and innovating and creating and curating and just creating. Most importantly, creating
Absolutely, creating.
great memories. All of the above. Man.
I am so happy to have y'all here. Aw, so from MC to mentor, all of you guys are mentors. What does that life look like for you? Coming from where we came from.
Yeah, for me, so I picked up the mic in like 1992 when I was incarcerated because it's funny because one of my homies who was a real gangster, right? We used to be we was in Green, and he used to be getting in the ciphers with the guys that was really good at rapping. But since he was a gangster, he thought he could do that, and he couldn't do it. And I'm like, bro, you are embarrassing us. Do not get out there rapping in front of all these dudes, and you nice, and you not nice, right? So he was like, you always got something to say, Mo. You don't know how to rhyme. If you knew how to rhyme, then you could say something. I was like, I don't know how to rhyme, but if I did, it would be better
Like
than you. So I went back to the house. I wrote my first rhyme. I said it, and everybody was like, yo, you got potential in that, and Mo Slinga was born.
I know
Wow.
that's right.
Wow.
The crazy part about that, may I add, is that I always wanted, when I do things, I like to add something special to it, my own twist to it. And I knew that my vocabulary wasn't up. And so I started reading the dictionary and the thesaurus.
Absolutely.
And it opened my mind up to actually learning the different parts of speech. And then after that, I got my GED. I taught myself how to read and write
Salute.
effectively when I was incarcerated. Got a GED, helped like 200 other inmates. I became a teacher's aide. I helped like 200 inmates get GED. So it's a lot of dudes running around New York from the 90s who were locked up, and I helped them get their GED.
I know that's
you know
right.
what
I
mean?
know that's right. And that's all we got to do.
So rapping actually led me into being a scholar. And I'll get to that part now because I don't want to do too much talking right now. When it comes back around, I'll get to that part. But actually writing rhymes opened up my mental palette, and I just started. I fell in love with learning. You know what I mean? So all the young rappers out here who rapping, that rap can be a tool to lead you to a whole bunch of different types of successes. Education,
indeed.
That's a fact.
academic.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. What about you?
From
From
mentoring,
yes,
from where I came to
from where you
mentoring.
came to mentoring, and poetry. What was that spark? What was that inspiration?
Well, for me, I tell people I'm the only person in my whole circle from time I was probably like 15, 16, that right now that has a regular job, what you call a regular job. My whole circle pretty much is in entertainment. They all have record deals, either a single deal, a label deal, some type of deal. And I was a writer. I can write my behind off. I always can write. And what happened was I had wrote a song, and one of my guys, Mr. Rogers, they call him Everything Costs now. He's known, but he actually took the song I wrote and rhymed it back to me, and it had no gaps. It was just a flow. And I was like, give me back my book, right? But from that, he said, yo, son, you're nice. And he was actually the nicest in the clique at the time. And for him to say I was nice, just keep practicing, I just kept on. And I continued to just write rhymes. I did music. But then once I got incarcerated, I was 32, and as Mo was saying, it's ciphers, right, in the yard. And what I was saying, I'm like, I don't live that life. Like, that's not me no more. I don't even feel right saying it. So I've actually transitioned from writing rhymes and raps to actually doing spoken word pieces and just writing. And then from writing, I always had the writing thing in me. And then I was challenged to actually perform a piece. And that's how my performances started and everything just
dynamic performance.
transitioned from there. And once I came home, in prison, I was a part of RTA, which is Rehabilitation Through the Arts. And that program actually showed me that we can use art as healing. And that was the first time I actually seen that, and it clicked. And once I came home, I was dead set on showing the other youth and the people that's come behind me that we can actually use art to heal and do other things besides the quote unquote gangster rap. And you can actually gangster rap, but it's not the title of gangster rap, it's the content. Right? So right now I'm using my past to help people's future. So that's what it is. Talking about mentoring.
Salute. And Mr. Tom Ray.
Yeah,
talk to us about your
so
journey.
from poetry to mentoring, when I discovered my gift as a poet, as a writer, it was me discovering a therapeutic outlet for me to express myself, and once I began writing, it was never put the pen down, and I was expressing and writing my wildest thoughts, my wildest dreams and aspirations, and watching it come to life.
That part.
And by the time, so I started writing in 2005, and by the time 2010 hit, being involved in the artist community, the spoken word community, the open mics community, I began to associate with different authors, different poets that were writing their own books, and I was inspired. And understanding that, innovating and creating that outlet within my family, that there's no authors in my family
Right.
whatsoever.
Right.
And then coming from the community where I come from, there's no authors in the community where I come from. So I'm like, you know what? I want to write my own book. I want to write my own book, and I decided to write my own book in 2010. I published the first book in 2012, and as I began to realize the impact of expressing poetry, just sharing your heart and sharing your art, it began to inspire so many others to tell their story. It began to inspire others to take initiative into trying something new, taking a leap of faith, and drifting off into mentoring, just the importance of us expressing ourselves. That's something that I teach the individuals that I'm mentoring. They'll express your wildest dreams.
Right.
Express your wildest thoughts, and be mindful of what you're expressing too, because these words have so much power that it'll truly come to life. So be mindful of what you're saying, be mindful of what you think of, and also take those leap of faiths and do something new, man, because we need more than just rappers and athletes from our community. And we need more authors, So
For sure.
it was something that really, really inspired me to really do something different.
That's what's up. And how many books you have out now?
Oh man, I have 3 publications out now as we speak. The Thoughts of Ray, From My Heart to Yours, Pain, Progress After Its Nemesis, The Thoughts of Ray, the sequel, soundtrack streaming on all platforms, and I'm actually working on publishing my fourth book, The Thoughts of Ray, Ray a Light Edition, coming this summer, y'all.
Say that.
Soundtrack as well.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And Dave, what two-time author?
Two-time author.
Talk about your books.
My first book, Moments, Writing Thoughts and Letters of a Two-Time Felon. That came about, actually, I had the idea of writing a book, but it was supposed to be me and 2 other comrades. And once I kept pressing them, like, yo, come on, put your story, give me your story. They was like, homie, like, I don't want people to know me like that. Like, y'all go ahead, you do that.
Wow.
So they both said that, and they just pushed me like, yo, just go ahead and do it. And then I had got like a 5-minute conversation with the guy Ash Cash from Harlem. He's like one of the the Instagram gurus. He write books and stuff. And he gave me he gave a lot of us this technique It was a challenge. Like, you can write your book, 5 steps to writing your book in 30 days.
Right.
It was an ebook, but he showed us how to take the ebook and actually make it a book.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And I sat down, put it together, wrote the book in maybe like 20 days. The hardest part was actually getting it published, and that was a headache. That was a headache. But yeah, and the book we actually use the book now as a conflict resolution tool in the high schools, in the community. What we do is we show a 2-minute film of the incident that sent me to prison, and then we talk about 3 chapters in the book, and then we ask the youth or the participants 3 prompts, like, where do you see yourself in this situation, things like that, and we just build on that and try to get them to recognize. Hopefully they won't be in that situation, but if they get to that situation, they already have the knowledge and be alert and aware, like, hold on, this is how I felt in the class, like, so let me take a step back. Let me, give them the tools and put it in their box. Hopefully they'll reach back and use it.
Absolutely.
And the second book is Moments to Motivation. It's a whole moments theme. Moments to Motivation is more of a guide to enlightenment through poetry and essays. So that book is more of a resource and interaction book. Where we ask people to think about how do you want to be utilized? How do you want to be utilized? Right? Because a lot of times you ask a person that, especially young people, you ask them, yo, what do you want people to say? You gonna die. Right? You're gonna die. It's just a matter of how you're gonna die. Right? So when that happens, how do you want people to speak about you? What are they gonna say? Every time we ask that question in classrooms, out in the community, in the hood, they're always like, whatever. Right? We get the whatever, or we're like, yo, that's deep. I ain't think about that. And that's all we want them to think about. Where they're going in the choices they make, and let them know that they actually have options.
Right.
So that's my 2 books.
Gotcha. Mo? I know you mentioned it earlier, but yeah.
From prison to professor. It's like it's not an autobiography. It's memoirs from different stages and phases of my life. And it was just inspired by my life. I would like to say there's things that I experienced as a young person, as a adolescent, as a man, as an educator, as a father, as a son, as a brother. So it's just memoirs of my life, and I think that it can serve as a guide for young men who are in a space where an uncertain or unfamiliar space, that you can make it to a level of success with concentration and focus and stuff like that, right? So you said something that was interesting, D-Hop, the eulogy. So that's something that we did in undergrad. One of our professors had us do that, and it was interesting because it allows you to see what you've done, and if your worth, if you like, it starts to make you look at if you have any value, right? And so so it'll in most instances it'll turn people around and make them want to start trying to contribute something positive to the world. So when they are going, it's something. And lastly, on this topic, that's what I work to do, to leave something here that that I created that will last longer than me. Right, so it's basically legacy, right? So what is our legacy? What are we leaving behind when we're gone? And one of the most profound things I don't think a lot of people pay attention to is digital real estate, like your social sites and things that we have, like this podcast, for example, is going to live forever. So this is digital real estate, right? So when people need to use their websites and their platforms in the best way possible, because it's going to last longer than you.
Definitely.
Right. The craziest thing that I see right now that I love, and it just boggles my mind though, is all of the stuff that we see about Malcolm X. X. Right? All of his new all of these new posts, all this new information that we get from Malcolm X is like he's still alive.
Right.
Very relevant.
Right. So that is what I want people, especially people like us and young brothers, like and sisters who are posting all of that sexual content. Remember that this stuff this is digital real estate. This is who you are, and this is gonna last long after you're gone. So we need to be mindful.
Be very mindful.
That's
absolutely.
Exactly.
Well, you know, time is ticking because we are having a good conversation
yes,
here. But I want to get into some of y'all work. So
Wow.
we are going. Just take it to the left of me. Did you airdrop the?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And that's the one you want to hear. What's the name of that one? Because
It's called Everybody Can Go.
Everybody Can Go
Say
by
that.
Mo Slinga.
Say that. That's the truth.
You found the new Harvey 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks.
It's hard to say goodbye. But everybody can't go. It's hard to say goodbye, but everybody can't go. Especially when Judas trying to cross you and you know. Got the evil eye cause the God in you show. Looking at your queen Maddie living with a Jezebel. God bless the ghetto. Think an angel went to jail? I ain't trying to say I'm an angel, I got a different tale. Disloyalty, fake love, serious betrayal. The bigger the problem, the bigger the prayer. Worry about my family so much, I lost my hair. Sometimes I act like I don't, but of course I care. Gotta guard my heart or it'll break and tear. Screaming I love you at the top of my lungs, but they don't hear. Chickens coming home to roost. Be prepared, like Beanie Siegel said, I can feel it in the air. It's bigger than gun beef, the spiritual warfare. The only way to win is through violent prayer. Yeah, the rapping chaplain, guard what I'm jacking. Took me out the rock so I could rock for the masses. Everybody can't go, see that without glasses. Faith without action, dead, get a casket. I ain't holier than thou now, I just found out. Higher power bow down, equal better lifestyle. Amen. Let the congregation shout loud. It's hard to say goodbye. Everybody can't go now. It's hard to say goodbye, but everybody can't go. Bad company, corrupt, good character for show. Listen to that inner voice when it lets you know she is not the one and he is not your bro. It's hard to say goodbye, but everybody can't go. Bad company, corrupt, good character for show. Listen to that inner voice when it lets you know she is not the one and he is not your bro. It's the rebirth for Maurice. I got my life together. New level, new devil. I'm more prepared than ever. Ain't nothing better than me and God together. Prayers to the mothers that lost children to weapons. Message to the steppers, one wrong one is deadly. Renewal of your mind come with blessing after blessing. People come into your life for reasons, seasons, and lessons. They wanna act like a tree and leave, you gotta let them. Can't let everyone in your space, you gotta vet them. Anybody throwing dirt on your name, you better check them. They talk behind your back cause that's where you left them. Everybody can't go, pray for them and get the stepping. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go, pray for him and get the stepping. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go, pray for him and get the stepping.
And you heard that here on the Good Look with Poetry Bars and Hooks. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go.
That's it. Listen, man.
And so, and just give us some background on that song.
It's like I'm going through so much, right? I've been on some. I'm sure everybody here has experienced some astronomical lows in their life, right? And then now I'm starting to experience, but you kept on working. You kept on putting in the seeds. I'm talking about, I got homeless for a minute. I lost everything, and all it was just, I just had my wife, and we looking at each other like, babe, what we gonna do? We in the situation, but let's keep on going, keep on going. And while in that process, I'm losing people. I'm losing family members. I'm losing close friends. I'm having family members do things to me that it's like, are you really serious?
Oh, God,
I'm
I
having
feel that in
friends
my
do
gut.
things to me like, are you really serious? Right? And so now, once the ball changes, because I'm
Still.
I'm staying down. I was I'm never giving up. I'm never giving up, right? And I can see things. God loves me. God loves us all. And he talks to us all. But if you don't listen to the calling that he places on your life, then you're not going to make it where you need to go. Exactly. Right? But for me, I be listening to the call. So sometimes I've not been successful. And it didn't seem like I was successful, but God spoke to me. He said, just keep on going. You got to keep on walking when you can't see the stairs. Right? So anyway, long story short, as things started to progress and things started to change and the success started to come, or not even success, the fruits of my labor had started to come to fruition, and now so people see that and they want to come back around. But when it was really low for me, it was like a handful of people there, right? So it's like, nah, you can't go.
I already know.
No
I already know.
I got no pink slips.
You just talking about story, like
and it hurts.
But
because I love you,
right?
But I know that you cannot occupy this space because a lot of things, like certain people are not mature enough to be in certain spaces, right? So you have to really be mindful when your success comes. You can love people, but you got to dichotomize. Absolutely. You know people's personality type. You got
dichotomize. Hold on, you know he got that from the dictionary. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say real quick. I didn't say real quick. Like I got 2 masters. I'm working on my second master's degree. I got one in communication, and I'm presently in Columbia University right now, getting a master's in social work. So as far as the youth development is concerned, we credible messages from just being street guys and experiencing the thing, and coming home and being successful, working and taking care of our families. So that gives us the ability to be credible messengers. But I find that for me, that it's another step after the credible messenger, because we're dealing with young people who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. So if we don't understand how to recognize those and properly support them and their families through those things, then we're potentially doing them a disservice. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't want to go back to school again. But this trip ain't for me, it's for the people. So everything that I do is for the people. You know what I mean? And that's just it. I'm a servant. So and God will. It's like you know how the kids are running around talking about their demons. So I just want to say this to all of the young people: you're not a demon. No. You are a fallen angel. For real. Right? Only a fallen angel would call himself a demon, because what were you before you were a demon? That's right. Talk about it. Your parents, you are an angel to your parents. You are an angel in the eyes of God. You are not a demon. So it's and God has called me to be a chaplain now. Right? I just took the chaplaincy test. I passed it. I'm about to be a chaplain. So it's like I'm not even in control of my life. I'm letting God do what He wants me to do.
The alignment.
Literally, God. Jesus, take the wheel.
Alignment, man.
Told you it's gonna be crazy up in here.
Alignment is real.
I told you. I know what I was doing here. I got goosebumps.
I told you was a visionary.
Yes.
Because all this energy is
and shout out to another credible messenger who he has his shirt on Neighborhood Benches, William Evans. We want to give him some love and respect too. Another dope brother. But let's go into the next track. And D Hop, you could talk about it afterwards. We're gonna play Champion, please.
Wow. All right, give me a second.
Oh, wait a minute. This is you could just say this is the first that everybody ever's gonna hear something.
Only my
this is specially released
people in my family
on this network, on this show. A good look with poetry, bars, and hooks.
Yes.
The Morning Influence, the Matrix Studio, all of that good stuff.
All right, give me 1 second. Find out you breaking records.
Wow, D Hop.
Oh,
it's only right. I had called her. We had to have a conversation, because I'm like, sis. She's like, nah, this is it. I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
She's like, nah, this is it.
Right.
Said,
that's everybody else about those. So I know you got to get.
This is a personal piece. Like I said, we get into it afterwards, but
yeah.
All
right. D Hop, let's go.
You found the new Party 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks.
You need to listen up. This is my time. My heart still beating, my feet still planted. Nothing you threw at me could break me. Life was up 3-0. I never stopped grinding and was true to me. This is why I'm a champion. A champion, a champion, a champion, a champion.
From the era of Ringalivio, kicked a can and still a bacon. When the bacon was a delicacy, along with Nana's biscuits. The aroma filled our apartment, settled throughout the tenement, along with the rats and roaches, broken banisters and broken spirits. Miss Mabel sipping spirits who raised her spirits. Her demons were form shifting, loved the world in the morning, hated herself in the evening. The evening is when my mama disappeared, reappearing if she had 100-pound weight on her neck. Nodding more than a yes man. I couldn't understand how one couldn't love what they birthed. Selfish, thinking of myself. My own earth was dealing with her own hurt. 3 generations of black women, pain raised me. School to prison pipeline, a cage awaited me. Graffiti my name on the train, introduced me to handcuffs. Barely a teen in a holding cell, things became different once my name hit that system. The first of a few, 13 to 16, trekked through EAU, homeless in every borough. 17 and 10th grade, Job Corps gave me. From B-More to Job Corps to Schenectady, living recklessly from a hoopty to an Audi. Show my mama 10 grand, hoping she would be proud of me. How ironic. To ball, I had to leave my hoop dreams. Sweating from police, suicide missions. 3 of my mans weaving indictment. Desperation leads to wicked decisions. I decide to catch that jukes. They decide to throw shots, flip my car in the creek. Life flashed before me, all 18 years. Bridges burned, not a lesson learned. No father to scold me, but OGs told me, get from round here, little nigga. Your potential is greater than your circumstances. I take it too far to come up short. Up north for a 7 flat. Entered as a father, reduced to a number. Lost my brother doing my bid. Many a nights my soul cried. Left my kids to the founder of the city. Returned to the gritty new yiddy. Like I ain't almost become unalive. Many a nights that Kennedy fried. Ignorant, thought the level up was Popeyes. For every rainbow and silver lining, somebody's mama was crying. Caught a 25 slug in my thigh, 15, setting the scene. God took my mama, he wanted her more than I needed her. Nana's baby, but Michelle's son. Born dyslexic and talk with a lisp, but by God's grace able to spew these poetic gems. I am all I have endured. I am a champion, 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 champion.
I'm still standing.
Well, you got me crying over here. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I love y'all.
Real talk, real talk, man.
I'm so proud of you.
Something, you got something in your eyelids?
I'm not crying, you won't.
Ain't nothing wrong with crying.
I just seen your growth, you know, as far as poetically, and that was beautiful. Right. I felt everything in it. I felt like, you know, my feet was in your shoes. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah.
Coming from you, you know that.
You were saying some things, brother.
Whew.
Oh man.
Well, we have yeah, that was dope. You want to speak on that real quick, or you want a moment?
Nah, it was, that piece actually was a birthday present to myself. I'm not as young as I look. I turned 50 on March 12th. So, you know, I came about just writing lines down, and then my son is on the beginning. My son does the intro.
Okay.
And he like, yo, Pops, you gotta do something for yourself, like more than the party. I'm like, yeah, I'm going away. He like, nah, Pops, you should do a piece. So, you know, I just doubled back, and that's what I came up with. And it's in my whole life for the most part. You know, I just put I put, you know, pain to poetry.
Yeah.
So, and the crazy thing is, I did that, and I was gonna redo it And my son was like, nah, Pops, leave. I said, yo, you know, I'm missing words. And he like, nah, you say you born with a list.
Yeah.
Like, that's who you are. Leave it. Yeah, he like, leave it. So I was like, I'm going to leave it. So, you know, I left it. And I think it came out pretty well.
I think it came out beautiful. That was dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You gave me an idea, but
We'll talk about that after. We could talk about ideas and all of that after. 'Cause we got time right next. Which one do you want to hear? I have Special and Don't Believe the Hype.
I wanna tribute this whole experience to Special. Play that Special joint.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
Love you more.
I love you.
The thoughts of ray of light. I'm so special. Yeah, you so special. We all special. Oh, I love you. The thoughts of ray of light, baby. Yonkers, we all special. I'm so special. Yeah, you so special. Right. We all special. Yonkers, I love you. Right. You so special, right? I'm so special, right? We all special. Come on, listen. I'ma come clean, y'all. I'm in the class all by myself. I'm so special. Movado on my head on repeat. I'm not normal, y'all. I binge on peace. My love is obese, unconditional. Encouraging healing through my art is my daily ritual. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery, loved ones. Who the sun sets free is free indeed. And truth be told, we really need faith the size of a watermelon seed. You know we black, and we don't crack unless we smoking it. I got a gift with words, I guess you noticed it. Some say I'm a wordsmith, I prefer to just be Tom Ray. Real name, no gimmicks. I paint a picture so vivid. And when you look me in my eyes, you can clearly see I'm the opposite of timid. And when we riding for what's right, I'm so with it. And humbly speaking, y'all ain't never gotta crown me, 'cause God did it. I'm just that special. You just that special. We all that special. The ray of light, the thoughts of Ray, baby. Yonkers, the family affair. We all here, baby. Right. I'm so special. You so special. We all special. Right. Right. I'm so special. You so special. We all special. Right. The thoughts of Ray, baby. Oh, organized, shy. The family is here, baby. The Ray of Light edition. I love you. Yeah. Rest in peace, because it's more of a crowd participation, community participation kind of piece. And that piece, that poem, that's a poem actually in my 4th book coming out. It's a poem in my 4th book. And honestly, like the origins of that piece is, I wrote it some time ago. I don't remember exactly when I wrote it, but just knowing the communities that we come from, we're constantly labeled as special. When my mom's passed away, I was labeled as special, just academically shutting down, emotionally shutting down, and just working in the special needs community as well. That's more inspiration and encouragement for them, most importantly, because I plan to shoot a visual and really market that piece right there as much as possible, so everyone can feel like they're special, sincerely. Because we literally are.
Excuse me, I just want to say I felt special when you were saying it. You so special.
Right, it does. Tom has that effect on. Tom has that effect on people.
My son said, Tom Ray, the guy, when he talks like a poet. He talks. His regular cadence is that of always gotta give it up to him.
For sure. Salute to you, Tom. I'm always proud of you. So. Woo, that was deep, man. This is definitely dope. So there's another reason why I did bring us together, because I had the opportunity of meeting Mo, at the Black Authors Festival, which is founded by you and your wife, correct? Shout out to all the wives and partners in here. So your wife, what's her name? Doug.
I'm just behind the scenes.
Okay. Okay. And we have another one coming up. Is it in Atlanta and the Hamptons? Is that correct? Or we're just in Hamptons?
One is not
okay.
Confirmed, but the Hamptons
is confirmed. Yes. Okay, so make sure we all stay connected to that so that we could participate.
Yeah, you guys are authors, right?
Yes.
So that's important. So we're going to definitely talk about featuring your books and stuff.
Right.
For sure. I can get that to happen at least.
Right.
Absolutely.
D-Hop, shout out to your wife, Miss Jillian Williams Hopper. That's my boo. Gotta give a shout out to the lady to hold y'all down. Anything last words you want to say?
That piece, Champion, is actually out now. It's on all streaming platforms. With the push of these two people beside me, Kim and Tom Ray, I look at them as big bro, big sis, and actually inspirations. I follow their lead. They set a beautiful example. So, Champion is going to be on my forthcoming album, which will be coming out on Mother's Day, titled Third of Seven. It's going to be 7 tracks, and we outside now. We with it.
That's what's up. We inside. That's what we doing. We inside. That's what people need to understand.
And we have the documentary Prison of Prosperity coming.
Yes, and shout out to all of that stuff.
I literally just got 2 offers, both one from Tubi and one from Amazon.
Awesome.
So I'm reading that.
Awesome.
I'm reading the contracts over. So most likely I'm looking at early fourth quarter. We'll know what streaming platform will be on. Prison of Prosperity.
Let's go. Tom, what you got coming up?
We'll
get back to you.
Yeah, this Friday I'm hosting a Family Affair open mic. Open to all artists, comedians, singers, songwriters, of course poets. It's also a celebration for my B-Day.
Okay.
This Thursday as well. There's so much coming up. Just follow me. Get in tune.
Yeah.
Contact
and let them
me.
know where they can follow you.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at TR_DATS_IT. You can follow me on Facebook at Tom Ray, TOMRAY.
Yep.
And you can reach out to me however you can reach me.
And back to you, and we'll come back to you, Mo. How can they follow you?
I am David _Unstoppable. That's I am David _Unstoppable. That's it.
Sorry. He be so.
Real
Mo,
quick,
yes. What else do you have going on?
I want to say this. So the sequel to Bassett from Prisoner to Professor is from Professor to Prosperity. So when that comes out, I don't want y'all to think I stole it.
Salute. I appreciate
it.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so I would like to give a major shout out. When you come to somebody's house, you have to acknowledge them, right? So I'm take my hats off to the brother DWI and
that's a fact.
And our wonderful hostess, Kim GoodLook. I appreciate you for having me on your show. It means a lot.
You.
You be looking big out here. You know what I mean? Your energy is needed. Your love and your ability to connect to men like us is unique. What you represent to us is important.
Thank you.
We value you, and I thank you, and I love you, my sister.
Thank you. I love you too.
Here, right?
Yes, for sure.
That's I want to leave on a note. I told you I was in school for social work, right? So what I found, right, and I want to say this to everybody: don't let people say that education is not, like, going to college is not important, and don't let people downplay that, because I'm exposed to information that I would have never ever known if I wasn't going to school. Right. So don't let people say that. But going to college isn't everybody's path, though. Right. So people could be entrepreneurs, you could get a trade, or you could do whatever it is you want to do. But don't turn your nose up to education, because it helps. And the reason I say that is because I found out, like, the most important thing that's going on in the black community now is mental health, right? In marginalized communities, our mental health is suffering and it's going down, right? And so what I found out is that the DSM-5, the DSM is a book, a diagnostic book that's used by psychiatrists and people who are in the mental health profession to determine what a person's diagnosis is, right? And so in my studies, I found out that book is written from a Western perspective, which means that it doesn't consider the Black perspective, right? So when you're going to a psychotherapist or a psychologist or of any sort, and they diagnose you with anything out of the DSM, it's possibly a misdiagnosis because it doesn't consider us.
Absolutely.
Right. So I just wanted to say that and let y'all know that I'm going to get that degree and I'm going to be out here to serve our community and more Black men, and we need to get involved with mental health.
Yes.
And take that stigma off of it. Please.
Absolutely. One last thing, I had to give a shout out to Chani Ayala,
Yes,
Rhythm
indeed.
Speaks Life,
Yes,
my
indeed.
sis. I'm sorry, I just got, but I love you, sis. Shout out to her because she holds it down with Little Tom.
TR3, baby.
And so
The
I
future.
appreciate everybody in the building. Again, yes, of course, DWI, I love you. I salute you. Thank you for all that you do behind the scenes because I couldn't do it without you. And it's a good look with Poetry Bars and Hooks. Peace.
Infinite.
You found the new Party 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks.